Friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be continuing on in my collection series, and we're going to be talking about my high-end concealers. Just recently posted my drugstore concealer collection, so this is just basically part 2. I hope you guys find this helpful. I am giving sort of mini reviews as we go along. I'm not going into extreme depth about each product, but I am telling you whether or not I would repurchase. So I hope that is helpful for you all in terms of, deciding whether or not maybe you want to pick these up. Without further ado, we're going to dive right in. So the first one I have is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea concealer. This is the Aqua Sealer concealer. I like this concealer. Now this is kind of one of those products I've heard very much mixed reviews on, but for me personally, there are just some days that I don't want extreme coverage. I'm just looking for something to help brighten, to sort of, conceal but not be overtly pigmented, if that makes sense. This is kind of a sheer formula. I mean, it definitely provides pigment and coverage. However, it's not heavy, it's not overwhelming. So what I'm getting at is if I were to go in with like a CC cream, say the IT Cosmetics CC cream, and I'm planning on wearing that for my day, I would maybe pair this with the CC cream. That's typically when I would use this product, because while it does add in terms of coverage, it's not too stark against the CC cream. I hope I'm making sense. But yes, I do love this product. I would definitely repurchase it. I like having an option like this in my collection for those days. But yeah, beautiful consistency. It blends out beautifully. I recommend using a brush with this product because a sponge tends to soak everything up. But yeah, if you go in with a nice densely packed brush, you're gonna get a decent amount of coverage out of this without it looking too heavy, if you will. The next product I have is the Tarte Shape Tape. You guys, I picked up 2 shades of this. I have Fair Neutral and Light Sand. Light Sand was the first one that I picked up, and then I went ahead and picked up Fair Neutral. Here's the deal with this Shape Tape, in my opinion. I love this for my T-zone. I do not love this for under my eyes. I feel like this is incredibly drying. I feel like this emphasizes every line, every wrinkle under my eyes. So I don't necessarily like it for there. However, in the hottest days of the Florida summer, this definitely does help keep me matte throughout the day in the T-zone where I am incredibly oily. Now, I have 2 shades because Light Sand was a bit too dark for me and Light Neutral was a bit too light. So what I typically do is mix the 2 of these to make my perfect shade. And I'll use 3 dots in the center of my forehead, a dot or 2 dots on my nose, a dot here, and under my eyes I use a completely different product. Blend it out, and yes, it absolutely covers my redness. It absolutely helps keep me matte throughout the day, but under the eyes, I am not crazy about it. Would I repurchase the Shape Tape? I would repurchase the Shape Tape because you get an incredible amount of product in here for the money. These last forever. Like, I have tried panning these on several occasions, and I just haven't gotten there yet. So for that reason, I do think it's worth the money. And for what it does for me in the summer months, yes, I would repurchase. But I gotta get through these first, and that seems to be a pickle. The next one I have is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I do like this concealer, you guys. I think it does a great job under the eyes. It's very hydrating. I like this, but for the money, I feel like this is overpriced. I feel like this is too overpriced for me personally. I will use this up. I have no problem using it. I think it does a great job. However, this is $30, and I feel like my Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer does the same thing for me. So that being said, while I think it is a nice concealer, I just find it to be far too pricey in my opinion. Concealer is one of those things you use every day, use consistently, and you typically go through rather quickly. So 30 bucks a pop for me is just too spendy, even with a discount. So that's kind of how I feel about it. Now, one that is $30 that I think is definitely worth it is the Urban Decay Naked Skin. You guys, I have not found anything that compares to this. This is my absolute favorite concealer of life. I have 2 backups on deck. Anytime this goes on sale, I pick it up. Whether or not I have 1 or 2 in my collection, I pick it up because there's just something about the consistency, you guys. It's creamy, it blends out beautifully, it wears beautifully, it's not too heavy, it doesn't crease. Like, this for me is everything. This for me is what the Shape Tape is to most people. I adore this product. I think it is absolutely incredible. If you've never tried this out, I would highly recommend it. I paid full price for this one, and then the other 2 backups I have, I got half off. So I would pay full price for this again, but now that I have a couple backups, I think I'll just wait for the sales because this is one they seem to put on sale. I know it was in the last Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, and then just recently it was a hot buy. For whatever reason, I'm not sure why they keep marking this down, but I like that and I will buy it every time. But if I ran out and I had to buy it full price, I absolutely would. I don't know what I'll do if they ever discontinue this. I will just get multiple, like a back stock, because this is just that product for me. This is just my all-time favorite holy grail concealer. I know I've said that 17 times, but that's how passionate I am about this guy. So yes, if you've never tried the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, I highly recommend it. Go pick it up, go check it out, because I think you would be rather impressed. So that's it, you guys. My high-end concealer collection is rather minimal. I just, personally, I feel like there are such amazing options at the drugstore for a third of the cost that I would just rather pay the third of the cost than the $30 on a concealer. Concealer is not one of those makeup products that really excites me enough to spend that kind of cash repeatedly. So for me, I'm more about the drugstore concealers. But yeah, that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask me down below. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. And I hope to see you here next time. It would be my pleasure to see your face in my comment box next video. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.